Welcome to Preach It Sunday. Whoa! I'm just gonna wait for y'all to join. Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, if you're new here, please subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, and if you'd like to become a member, links in the description. That's what keeps my channel running. Because as we know, live streams don't do it for the ads. So if you're here for the playback, sorry about the ads, but you should have been here live. Ho! Come on in. Come on. I'll open the door. Hey, no nudes. Hey, Cece. Cece, where's your wrench? There it is. Hi, two girls, one chat. How's it going? Welcome to Sunday. Gotta clean my glasses. You all look blurry. Could just be my eyes, though. Good morning, Jerry Sunshine. Good morning, Jan. My Iowan. Shady Bouger. I seen you in MFW's cross. She makes crosses and glues things on them. She had an auction for her crosses. All right. I didn't know that you could get $135 to $150 for crafts. Now, in my vision, there would be like resin pour, like, yeah. Listen, I missed the boat. I'm over there slaving over homemade face cream for $40 a jar. And it cost me like $25 a jar. But I didn't know I could make some, arts and crafts shit and sell it for $135, $140 a piece. What? I missed the boat. Nah, it's cool. She's got really good supporters. So there you go. Anyway, so as you all know, I am an eccentric, strange. I'm artsy fartsy. Yeah, that's some loyal fans, right? That's awesome. Good thing they got the money to spare to help her out. That's cool. But at least she's doing something for it. You know what I mean? She's giving them something. Sign her name on the back. There you go. I had to shut down my entire freaking store. That I handmade bracelets and earrings and forget it. I don't have that kind of loyal following. And no, I didn't just rely on a YouTube community for my store. I went everywhere. Instagram, Marketplace, you name it. Yeah, we have fun here now. I don't even care about my store anymore. I got something else going on anyway. But anyway, I'm eccentric. I'm artsy fartsy. I wear camouflage, camo, as almost 60 years old. But I don't give a shit how old I am. I am who I am, right? And I don't like, here's one thing I don't like, drives me crazy. So if you didn't know, like, I bleach my hair, obviously. And it breaks off all the time. So I don't want to keep it short. But when it's long, it's fine. So I have to keep it messy, right? So it looks thicker. And this is just, I washed my hair last night, took a shower before I went to bed, went to sleep with wet hair, and this is how I prefer to look. You missed my soap and face cream? Aw, bless your heart, Jan. I still have some face creams in my mini fridge, so you can, I don't know, you can hit me up. I guess I'll sell you one. But anyway, thank you, Rain, Mr. J. Quinn. Hello. So anyway, I've always been obsessed. And I'm getting older, so it's like I want to try things, right? That I've always been obsessed with, before I go meet the Lord. So I don't follow rules, never have, never will. Ask my parents. I just don't. I don't care. I want to be my own individual person. So remember back when I was young, 40 years ago, if you got a tattoo, oh, blasphemous, right? I always love tattoos because it's like, it's art. Anything to do with art, I love it. Anything that's different, I love it. So anyway, I just ordered a bunch of platinum color. Look at that. I love that. Platinum color extensions, right? And yeah, put them in, your hair looks thicker. That's not what I'm aiming for. I, as a hairdresser for 30 years, am not going to pay $600 for somebody to make me dread extensions, dreadlocks. And they're so beautiful in platinum. They're beautiful in dark brown too, especially if you add like amber color to them. Anyway, so I'm going to make my own dreadlock extensions. I'm going to test run them. Underneath and a little bit in the sides, just mixed in with my hair. I'm gonna test run them. So I'm gonna make my own instead of paying somebody $600 to do it and mail them to me. As a hairdresser, I'm going to make my own dreads. So if you didn't know, to have natural dread hair, you have to swirl your hair in a pattern. When you wash it, you don't brush it. And you got to continue that. And you got to keep swirling in the same direction. And it can take 10 years to develop natural dreads. But there is a way to do it. So I'm going to make dreads. Of course, they're going to have like kick-ass, some threading and some kick-ass beads. But you want the plastic beads. You get the metal ones, they're too heavy and they pull. So you want some lightweight plastic beads. So anyway, I have tons of beads. But I am going to, or cuff, you can get a cuff jewelry and you cuff it. So I'm going to do that. They come Monday. I'm probably going to touch up my roots. But I'm excited because I want to test run them. And if I love them, I may grow old with dread hair. The way you can pin it, the way you can pull it up, it's just, I love it. I hate dealing with my hair. It's like I either flat iron it or I have to do something else with it, but then it breaks off. Always, because it's so fine. So if I do dread extensions, aquarium, if I do dread extensions, I'm going to do a test run. So you'll be here for it. How fun will that be? And if I hate them, then I'm not committed. If I love them, well, it's going to get busy. Because I do know how to dread my own hair in a faster way. So I could do that, like just doing pieces after pieces until I'm full dread. I don't know. But I know I love the platinum and I want to do it. Yeah, you could say, oh, it's because you're watching the House of Dragon, right? They all got the platinum dreads. No matter how old they are, they got the platinum dreads. Gorgeous. But no, I have loved this for a long time. Yeah, Rastafarian style, people. But we're going to kick it up with some glam. Of course we are. So anyway, Foodie Beauty. What are we going to do with her? Foodie, you can't... Can I give you some advice? We're going to do it in a comical way, maybe. I don't know. Hi, Nacho Girl. So if you didn't know, she did almost 6 hours of lives yesterday. So I got a feeling there's a little something going on. And she needed to take it out on people, per usual. Right? Steffi Lee also on YouTube. She had beautiful white dreads. Just gorgeous. I can show it to you. Steffi Lee, I love her. I've been watching her for years. She has cystic fibrosis. She didn't have a life expectancy of very long. She's a beautiful girl. And so she went off traveling. And now there's new medication. And she does van life. But I'll show you back when she had her platinum dreads. Oops. Go to videos. I love her dreads. And she cut them all off, which makes me sad. She cut them all off. And it makes me sad. But she's just in a new arc in life, so there's that. All right. Where is it? Oh, there's one. I'll just show you the thumbnail. I'm not going to go click on the video. Hold on. I love the dreads. I love them. I want to see how they look mixed in with, because a lot of girls are doing it, but they're mixing it in with their regular hair. You know what I'm saying? And truthfully, if I were to scrunch my hair when it's wet, it actually has a lot of wave. I can actually make it really curly, just, working the mousse and the blow dryer and my hands like this. I can make my hair really curly, and I like my hair messy. I do not like it all prim and proper. No, never have. I used to don a mullet like nobody's ever seen in the 80s. I did. It's actually pretty cool, to be honest with you. So anyway, so Foodie Beauty. Let's watch her bad behavior that she deleted last night. And she's been pretending like she's had a glow up, right? She's put a hijab on and her whole world has changed. But no. When we start connecting all the dots, she put the hijab on for a man. And we're going to get into that too. Because she admitted by the end of the year, she is going to be going to Kuwait. Now, we're going to get into all of it. We're going to get into the good, the bad, and the ugly too. Like, this is going to be a Preach It Sunday to Miss Foodie Beauty on you can't hide bad behavior in Kuwait. Because I'll show you what can happen to you. And it's cute. It's really cute. Some of the things we're going to cover are the people over there working, the women, over there with a work visa. That would be the visa 18. Then there's the visa 22. And things aren't so perfect with a visa 22. In fact, if you were to go over there and live, I would recommend, Foodie Beauty, you stay away from the visa 22. But seeing the changes in you based on your man's recommendations or requirements tells me this would not be a good experience for you over there. And we'll get into it. If you choose to go over there on a visa 22, which means you would be sponsored by your husband, girl. Shady Bougie. Sorry, it was a play on words here. No, shady. Here's what's probably going on. She talked about investing in real estate over there. Well, a woman, an expatriate, like herself, a Canadian, non-Muslim, non-GCC, which are a group of countries that are basically, they're the Gulf countries, okay? So you get more rights if you're living in any of the GCC countries, right? But women cannot buy property over there. They say they can, but they can't. A lawyer talks about it, how they put these things in to shut women up, but then they don't really allow it. So in the background, you know what I mean? It sounds good on paper, but then when it comes to it, anyway, so she's talking about investing in property, which tells me she's sending him money. And he's giving her all these promises. She may be getting scammed. So there's that. Now, is she a perfect target to be scammed through love? Absolutely. So these are just things. And we're going to cover how she could get herself in trouble. So if you go over there on a visa 18, you're going to see wonderful Kuwait videos from women over there teaching English, whatever. But they're in a whole different class of respect than a visa 22. And a lawyer even says that. If you're going to come over here, now I believe she's going to come over on a tourist visa. A tourist visa, which can be approved in 3 days. You just go online, click, I'm from Canada, click, I would like to get a tourist visa, right? So you can visit up to 30 days, but you can't stay a day over. You got to go. Okay? So you have to give a reason why you're coming. And you can't say, I met a guy. You have to say to see the sights. I mean, I'm just here to see the sights. And then I believe you could stay in a hotel room, but let's say she meets up with this man. He can't come to the hotel room and get her. She has to meet him somewhere. Oh, and by the way, the only cool month in Kuwait is December. Other than that, it's 140 degrees. Good luck with that, Foodie Beauty. God. Anyway, she can't hold hands in public. There's no display of affection, period. And she will never, and I say never, see the inside of his apartment. He will never see the inside of her hotel room. There will be no, or how's it go? Never. Never. It is illegal. They are very conservative of relationships there, and in a very, very strong family unit. They encourage marriage and children. They do not, and they completely discourage any sexual relationships of unmarried people. Thank you, Dream Big. So that's interesting. So if you're going over there to play hide the pickle, Foodie Beauty, there ain't gonna be no pickle, no hiding, no starfishing. The only starfish is if you go to the beach and look out at the water. It's because she's Canadian that they can't hold hands. No, it isn't. It's any unmarried. It ain't because she's Canadian. No. Any unmarried people cannot hold hands. No public display of affection, period. Girl, you know I have to research this stuff. There's no way I can't know everything I need to know because she won't. And she'll go over there and get in trouble. And I don't care what they say about them being open. No, behind the scenes, shit's about to get real. And let me tell you about a girl from Michigan. She's in the military. And her girlfriend, lesbian couple, moved to Kuwait. Right? It was on our Detroit news. So she was going to come home for a visit, see her mom on Mother's Day. You know, in Detroit, she never showed up, no phone call. Found out her daughter's in prison in Kuwait. So the synthetic marijuana called K2, right? Which they don't sell anymore in the gas station as far as I know because people were tripping out. It was crazy, I guess. Anyway, it's a synthetic marijuana. It's legal in Kuwait. So she had about a gram of it. But guess what? They didn't really approve of their relationship. So guess what? She got charged with over an ounce of hashish that she didn't even have in her statement. She said, I've never done hashish, I never would. And now, 25 years in prison. So, see, they're not as westernized as you think they are. They don't approve of things that they may make you feel comfortable about. Come on over. But there's so much you need to watch out for. And we're gonna cover it. We're gonna give it a good old try, okay? So let's start with last night, her deleted stream. Because remember, she quit wheelchairs and everything for her man. Because you cannot engage in any marijuana, gummies, none of that stuff in Kuwait. Now, this could be problematic for her. Not that she would bring it, but that she is addicted to it in her own psychological. She believes that it calms her down, makes her sleep. This could be problematic if she goes over there like she did in Cuba and had to try to figure out how to deal with her emotions without her marijuana, right? And if you're going to be over there for 30 days, did you see how bad she did in Cuba? without some substance. Well, yeah, I mean, can you imagine at her weight, 140 degrees Fahrenheit? But she's planning on going in December, I bet you, because it's the coolest time of the year in Kuwait. It's still warm, but I feel like that's when she's gonna go. It's like December 1st, right? I just feel like that's when she's gonna go because she's figured out that's the coolest temperatures. Did you know that Kuwait is so small that you can go from north to south in less than 8 hours? So it's a very small country. There's not a lot to do. There's no nightlife. It's not like Dubai. Dubai is fast-paced, nightlife, just wild fun. Kuwait is really boring. People have been interviewed. They said there's nothing to do. And there's a lot of places that if you're not a national or a citizen of Kuwait, you're not allowed to go. But evidently their mall is incredible. Like better than Dubai's mall. So Kuwait has an amazing mall. I can't see her walking around very much though. Thank you. You're welcome, Hosewater. I'm always looking and learning. But we're going to get into some of that. And I'll bring the receipts and the proof, you know, because you have to with Foodie Beauty. You have to do the research for her. And I'm just trying to watch out for her. Like, she can't pretend over there. She can't pretend to be this sweet, soft-spoken person and then have a meltdown over something stupid. She can't do that over there. She has to be a grown-up. And that's where I think we're going to have problems. Lights, camera, action. This is her deleted stream from last night.
So Black Lives Matter.
Okay, hold on. Oh, she's looking into all that money with Black Lives Matter. Oh, Candace.
Just that I have something on my head. Like, what's the problem?
Hold on.
Really frigging weirded out. Just that I have something.
This is Piggy's channel. If you're not subscribed to Piggy, please do. Thank you, Piggy, for catching the deleted live stream. Let's see. Gonna go back.
Person in here who is not totally frigging weirded out. Just that I have something on my head. Like, what's the problem? Goodbye, asshole. See you later. Jesus. Okay, I'll be back in like 1 minute.
This is when she did a gummy. A wheelchair, because she can't handle anything if she's not on her wheelchair. Her THC gummies. So this can be the first problem. First of all, she's lying to her boyfriend, right? If it's her boyfriend, whatever. Could be just a scammer catfishing her over to Kuwait or just getting some money out of her so he has money and telling her that she can buy property and invest in property over there. And you can't. It has to be in his name. And all he has to do is take her money and be gone. How simple will this be? So she's already lying to him. And because she deleted this, by the way, because you'll see.
Anyways, I really needed...
Now she's all high and chill in the bed. See her eyes? God, you think we're stupid.
These, for sure. And...
Well, there is a way that he can buy property because he's actually a resident. Just because... It depends on how long you've lived there. So yes, he can buy property because he's a resident. He's been there long enough. And he's a man.
I guess just hang out with you guys. I don't know. I feel like it's been a while.
Wow, look at her. She's even got that pasty mouth sound. When she gets high on the edibles, yeah, she's pasty mouth.
And I feel like there's just so much craziness all over the internet right now. Like...
Yeah, and you're creating it. And believe it or not, Chantal, reaction channels are actually trying to help you so you don't go over there and get murdered.
Just
and I'll show you some of those stories.
Many people pissing me off. You know, like, I don't know. I feel like I shouldn't focus on them, but it's just really hard sometimes. You know, but it is really negative.
Yeah, have you noticed the difference in her after she did the gummy and came back on live? How chill she is? This is the only way she can stay chill. It's really disturbing, actually, because if you're about to go to a country where it's illegal, so she knows she can't do anything over there, there's no way a hookah, smoking tobacco, flavored tobacco out of a hookah, is going to have the same effect as the gummies because she's already asked him. And he said, oh, yeah, it chills me out. Chantal, if you've been on 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams of gummies a day, that is going to be nothing short of a breathing treatment. Oh, she's high as hell.
Too, and time consuming. Maybe or may not that. I'm struggling with, I'm definitely not like before, using like before, and I definitely...
Liar. You said you had quit, and you didn't even miss it. The lies of a teenage girl. That should be the name of your channel. The lies of a teenage girl.
Goal is to be 100%, like I want to be 100%, you know, free of it, but I just feel like, I don't know. So anyway, yeah, thanks for beezing.
She's gonna go eat some more edibles.
What do you want to talk about? The move? Updates? Oh, what happened, Rhonda? I didn't even see.
Yeah, Jan, actually, you know, they say you can't get addicted to marijuana. No, you can't. You can't get addicted to it, but what you can do psychologically, just like with cigarettes or anything else, except for, you know, alcohol's a whole different deal, but psychologically, you can become dependent on it, which is what I see with her. Her emotions, she's not able to regulate her emotions. She refuses to go to therapy to learn how to become a 38-year-old woman in a stable mental state of being a grown-up. She continues to repeat her teenage behavior, which could have been a developmental delay. Something happened to her when she was a teen, like, I don't know, she got put in a mental institution by her mother, or like a, you know, like one of them homes for defiant teenagers, something like that. And it became her, you know, it changed something in her, and it could have delayed her developmentally in her brain when she lost all trust, but she was definitely a problem child. In fact, I think she was kicked out of high school, and she wasn't even allowed on the grounds. So when she says she was bullied in high school, I tend to believe she was the bully. I tend to believe she was the bully. I don't know if she has BPD. She still has never, ever said that that's what she was diagnosed with. I have no idea, but she's definitely problematic, and she doesn't like rules. She doesn't like laws. She wants to do what she wants to do when she wants to do it. So instead of, you know, doing the edibles and marijuana in Cuba, she decided to drink the whole time. So I'm just saying, if you're going to go over to Kuwait, where there is no drugs and no alcohol and no way for you to artificially deal with your emotions, this is going to be problematic. But she's high as hell here.
Technically, I know you see a lot of drama going on, and hi, sweetie, and a lot of speculations about me, and
she had to be sped up because she was so high. Blah, 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 blah.
You know, everything. So I just want you guys to know that I am okay. The days, yeah, like, you know, I'm still me. I'm just not in a tight zebra dress anymore, exactly. Can I buy the colored lentils in the kitchen? Oh, picture of Box Mountain, okay. Hey, Lusty Tire Fire.
What's the highest note? Okay. How do you do the note system? Is it do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do?
Willie can scream higher than that. Right, Willie?
Do, re, so, fa, mi, ta, ti, do, di, di, do. It's so like Mariah.
Can you imagine how low the air conditioning must be set in that townhouse? Because now she's covering up. We're going to get into that too. We're going to get into that too. It's important. You know what's up.
I don't know. Do you like the thing or no? What? Whatever, God. You think you're God? Whatever. You're lying. No, I'm just tired and friggin'.
She's high. Look at her face. No, I'm just tired. Just tired. And then she does her shit-eating grin. I hear a 14-year-old girl talking. Certainly not a grown woman. Absolutely, gal. Wish Upon a Dream said someone streamed her live earlier and a VIB paid money and told her someone on Twitter said she was about to be... Oh, shit. She ended the stream and deleted it. Wow. Where's Sala? I thought she wasn't allowed to be live anymore. She deleted this one. She went live for 6 hours yesterday. Something must have occurred or he wasn't available to give her attention. And you know how she is about seeking attention. She will seek it anywhere.
Hungry.
Look at that room. We forgot to do our room check. It's not clean. Things are getting thrown all over. Look at McDonald bags. Nothing's changed. That's so cute, Chantal. Nothing's changed. And you can't even try. You literally give up. You give up.
I'm actually really hungry. Hold on.
He was found on Tinder. Well, she did do international Tinder. Now she's putting the camera back down. What's she gonna do? What's she doing? Eating a gummy.
I am going to Kuwait. Knock on wood.
She's going to Kuwait.
Touch wood. I am going. I don't know exactly when, or I'm not going to say. I have my life planned out, but I'm not going to tell you guys exact details right now, guys. But that's all I'll give you.
She's been eating paneer every day. Every day. This Salah goofball is just fodder for her channel. We'll see.
But I'm gonna be okay.
Do you truly believe she wouldn't meet a guy on Tinder who that gives her so much attention that she'll do anything for him? I mean, did we not see the Nodder era? Do you really believe that she would not fall in love with a guy she's never met on the internet? You really believe she wouldn't? I believe she would be scammed and catfished. Definitely. Or paid to try and bring this man in because he wants to come to Canada. Do you know how many guys she met that were refugees in Canada that wanted to get married and live with her so they could be a citizen of Canada? Almost everyone that she was with. I think he's the best looking guy she ever had, and that plays a part. Yes. Are we sure this isn't a troll from her? Maram could be, but I don't really care. People are allowed to believe what they want. They don't have to believe what I believe, but I absolutely believe that she would fall in love with just anybody. Well, welcome to the Seeker family, Christy Girl. Christy Girl Adventures. Welcome. Chatty Kathy said, yup.
Okay, soon as in within the year.
So within the year, what are we at? October. I think she's going December 1st on a tourist visa. But she doesn't realize that she can't be in private with this guy, which makes me laugh because I don't think he wants to be in private with her in that way, intimate way. I think he wants to get her over there, show her the country, show her all this real estate, and if she invests in it by giving him money, he will buy it. All this stuff, I think she's going to be scammed out of money. This is what I believe. Because she's easy prey when it comes to telling her what she wants to hear and her falling in love. Of course he don't want her in that way, Maram. That's why I said, in Kuwait, she can't be alone with him anywhere. She can't hold hands with him. She can be in public with him, but she cannot go to his apartment. He cannot come to her hotel room. If she gets caught, she will be in big trouble.
Because I have a lot I have to take care of first, so I can't just go like now.
See, she's planning on going for 4 weeks. That's as long as you can go on a tourist visa. Not 1 day longer. So I believe that's where she's going to, I believe she's going to go there. I believe she's going to go there. But she's got different ideas than what he's doing. I think he has a treat in store for her too, and not a good one. Exactly.
So
we're going to cover that.
I'd have to go like, like not now. Oh, if I go with South Street Burger.
Here she is, ordering late at night. She's not changed. She's not losing weight. She's not getting healthier. She did not quit doing her wheelchair. All that's different is she put on a hijab and covered up her big boobs. That's all that's different. Period. Look at her room again. To think she's gonna glow up. It's a throw up. Yes, exactly, Cece. Cece said, I'm legit afraid for her. She's playing with fire on this one. Exactly, and I'm going to show you what's happened to people. Yeah, good, bad, and ugly.
Why am I starving?
Hi, Vanessa.
Is your high?
No.
She goes, why am I starving? And Pete goes, because you're high. Pete always calls her out. We love it.
What?
Okay.
And then she laughs, but you know she hates it when he calls her out.
Not because of that.
That's why she deleted the live stream. Because she told this man that she doesn't do that stuff anymore. This is no good, sincerely. Absolutely. Okay, so we know, oops, wait, hold on. We know she's lying to her man. She's trying to hide it on the internet, which is probably why she didn't go live anymore, because she has a lot of bad behavior and she wants to hide it from him. She deleted 2 million views worth of videos. So yeah, do I believe she's talking to a guy and she believes it's love and marriage? She wants to be married. She wants to be married. Her brain is looking, for a Nader replacement, right? So we know all this about her. Is she naive? Oh, fuck yes. Oh my God, is she naive? We're trying to help her out. Okay, so then she said she wants to invest in property over in the Gulf, right? The Middle East, because she almost said Middle East, but she said the Gulf. So it's a GCC. It's a Gulf country, like a... You can buy property if you're in the GCC, but as a man, right? Not as a female. So we're going to listen to, this is, let's see, at Yab Al-Shati Esquire. And this is a woman that lives in Kuwait, right? She's a lawyer in Kuwait. And she's going to talk about how, even though Parliament passes these shut the women up little things, right? They don't really follow them. So no matter what they're saying, written into law, so more people will come to their country, doesn't mean that's actually legit what they can do and can't do. Because things haven't changed. Yeah, she does. She definitely needs to invest in herself, Gail. Absolutely. She needs to invest in her mental health, her physical health, and changing the way she responds to people, because she's not going to get away with any of that in Kuwait. None of it. And you can tell that this guy's scamming her or catfishing her because he wants her to invest in property. So let's listen to this, shall we? Can't even with this one. All right. Don't play yet.
But we see the, let's say, executive resolutions to that law that discriminate against women. Moreover, women who did not get married at all do not have the same rights.
So women over there who do not get married, they don't have the same rights. So there's differences in your rights over there.
So why such discrimination?
Oh, and by the way, this was just in April. April 10th, 2022. And here's the channel, at Yab El Shadi Esquire. So listen, Chantal, listen.
And we mentioned the housing law, and it's really an important
So
fact.
this is about women getting housing in Kuwait. Like an apartment, buying land, anything like that. Listen, Linda.
And it might be a sensitive subject sometimes. Like
It is.
Yeah,
It is.
it might be.
Well, when it comes to women,
And did you notice, Chantal? Did you notice she does not wear hijab? Here's the rule over there. Cover your shoulders and your knees. That you have to have clothes that cover your shoulders and your knees. You do not have to wear hijab. So if this guy tells you it's respect, then he's old school, and that is not good.
we have noticed another form of discrimination. Single women who wishes to, let's say, rent an apartment and stay in it solely, they find difficulties obtaining this, or let's say having a...
So the laws are there that a woman can rent an apartment if she's single, but the landlords, see how it works? So even though you have rights, the landlords make the decision, and landlords will not rent to single women.
tenant basically accepting to rent the apartment for them. And when it comes to this sort of, let's say, act, there is no actual fundamental law, resolution, or any form of obligation, legal obligation, that obligates landlords to not to rent the apartment for women, single.
You see how that works? I don't know if you remember during COVID, there were no laws saying you had to wear a mask in a store. There was no laws, right? Because they can't make that law. But if you twist the arm with either incentives or threats against a business owner, right? You can get them to make it, because it's private property, they have a right to say no shirt, no service. So it was no mask, no service, right? You can twist the arm, so they made these laws, that women can rent apartments or buy condos or buy land. Well, they can't buy land. They just can't. Women's name cannot be on land. But let's just say renting, like they're talking about housing. Just because the law says they can doesn't mean the landlord will, okay? They're going to keep their traditions. Let's just say that.
The women. So we can relate that to the cultural barriers again, instead of illegal barriers. So women, basically, who are single women, even divorced women, are not able to obtain housing through, let's say, a tenant agreement, if they want to go and rent something, a place, house, a villa, a small apartment. And so the landlord will refuse to have this agreement because of her marital status.
Everything is about your marital status in Kuwait. There are women over there on a teaching visa, right? They're treated differently because they're sponsored by an education system. But we already know Foodie Beauty has no plans on going over there on a work visa, which you will be treated differently because you're sponsored. So the apartment will go in the sponsor's name, not the girl, the sponsor's name. Making sense to you now? They still are going to continue with their traditional values in Kuwait. There are exceptions, and it's all wrapped around the GCC. So if you're not a part of the GCC, you are from Canada or the United States, you are not part of the GCC. Yes, so the official stance is advisory, not mandatory, right. So they passed the law of women's rights in Kuwait, but they still will not enforce them because they're still built on marital law. So let's say Chantal goes over there, she loves it there, she gets married while she's there, right? Let's just say she does something dumb. If she ends up being beat or whatever, and she wants a divorce, and let's say they adopt a kid or two, she will be, if she goes in to file for divorce, because this woman's a lawyer, if she goes in to file for a divorce, she will be deported and without her children. She will be kicked out. They don't really believe in divorce. So it can get really ugly over there.
Does not
It's kind of like a
relate
House
to-
of the Dragon. The spouse has to die before you can, get divorced or move on and get married again. Holy shit.
any legal barrier. And this is why I'm relating this again to the cultural barrier.
Definitely. You mentioned a lot of great names.
So basically, in their country, in Kuwait, they are about the culture, not the legality. So even though laws are put in place, they will continue with their cultural values. But they have a steak shack, so obviously they are totally progressive. Well, with food, maybe they are. They're trying to get people into their country, but they want them to be productive in their country. Not just come over because I met a boyfriend. No, they want them to come over on work visas. That's what they want. Not people like Chantal. So they are going to appeal to different cultures when it comes to food, just like we do. Because they're a melting pot in Kuwait. There are many people from many countries that live in Kuwait, but most of them came over on a work visa.
Women political movement, and most of them, or let's say when it comes to elections, either if it's men or women, the voters will go and seek their CVs, like they will see what is their degree, educational degree.
And there you go. So let's say you want to get involved in politics in Kuwait. Did you know everything in Kuwait has to do with your value? What tier you're on? What level are you on? And most of it is geared around your career and how much money you make. And most of it is. If you look into the depth of this, I was very interested. I actually took a Middle Eastern class in college, and I was so interested in their keeping the family values. And I found it so interesting, but not the way Foodie Beauty would understand. Yes, her plan is to play video games and eat. That's exactly what she's talking about. He knows that that's what's enticing her to come. But did you know how ugly this can get for her? Let me show you some more stuff. Okay, so this woman refused a marriage proposal. So she went in and filed a complaint because he had threatened her life because her family didn't want her to marry. Now, these are nationals. So this isn't even an expatriate coming over there. An expat, they call it, like Chantal would be. So she's not even a national. But this woman was a national, and her family refused his marriage proposal. So, he was released. So that's because she refused, the family refused it, his marriage proposal. And that woman was a national. She wasn't even, oh, and here's the story from
The
Detroit.
township woman is deeply concerned about her sister after the Detroit native was convicted in Kuwait on what her family believes is a trumped-up charge.
So she was military. So this is our Detroit local news.
Monique Coverson is an American citizen and Army veteran, now facing up to 25 years in a foreign prison. Guy Gordon joins us now live with the latest. Guy?
Yeah, Carmen, she was working as a private contractor there in...
So she was there on a work visa as a U.S. citizen. She went over there with her girlfriend or wife, whatever. She was working on a contract over there. Now, I've known people who've gotten paid a lot of money, let's say being a x-ray tech. Just an x-ray tech here in the United States in a hospital, you know, get paid maybe $15 an hour, $16 an hour. But if they go over to another country, they can go over on a contract and get paid 50 some dollars an hour. So people do it. This is a thing. But you're still living, even on a contract, sponsored, you still have to live by Kuwaiti law.
Kuwait, and she thought she was going to come home, surprise mom for Mother's Day. That's what mom thought, but when Mother's Day came and went without even a call, she got the worst kind of surprise, and so did Monique's sister.
It puts a lot of fear in my heart for her mental state.
Police broke down Monique Coverson's door at 3 a.m. last May and arrested her and her partner Larissa for having an ounce of a suspicious substance. A German lab later determining it was synthetic marijuana, known as K2. But K2 is legal in Kuwait.
The lawyer's saying that, you know, it's going to take a little time, so give them about 30 days. 30 days, again, I said turning to 90 to 108 to almost a year now that she's been in prison.
By the time Monique and Larissa went to trial, that 1 ounce of K2 had become a pound of hashish.
Oh, a pound, right. So there was no hashish in her apartment. In fact, the substance that was identified was K2. K2 is legal in Kuwait, but they lied and said, no, she had a pound of hashish. And at trial.
Planted this stuff on us. We never had anything like that.
It makes me very suspicious.
Ashley believes her sister and her same-sex partner were targeted.
They live an alternative lifestyle, and it's very accepted here in the United States, but it not so much in other countries around the world.
1 week ago, the sentence finally came down. 20 to 25 years in prison.
First thing I can do is get down on my hands and knees and say, Lord Jesus, this is not happening to me.
They've set up a Facebook page and gathered more than 4,000 signatures on petitions demanding her release.
It'll never happen. And this was 4 years ago. She will never be released. Just like, you know, Brittany Gosner will not be released from Russia. So this is a chance you take. So let's say Chantal goes over there and she doesn't do anything, you know, but if she gets caught in Salah's apartment, or she gets even just, let's just say she gets, oh shit, what's the words I'm looking for? Accused. Let's just say she gets accused of having sex. Maybe a jealous ex of Salah's or something sees him with her in public and then goes and files saying that they were together, blah, blah, blah. She could be falsely imprisoned. I'm just saying. It's not a joke. So here's some girls like this one, the Kira Shanice Experience channel. She moved to Kuwait as a teacher. She's been there 2 years. She has acrylic nails. She doesn't wear hijab because you don't have to. You don't have to. So the reason I have an issue with what Foodie Beauty's doing is not just because she put a hijab on for a man, which could be insulting maybe in this country. This is Shanice 2 years later. She has her beautiful white acrylic nails. So why did she have to take off her nails? Why is she wearing a hijab and she's being so compliant. So this man definitely has, this man, Salah, definitely has very old school cultural beliefs, which means to me, she will not be treated like, let's say, these people over in Kuwait.
And where are you from?
From Egypt.
Let me show you.
Egypt.
Yeah.
Look at these young girls. They live in Kuwait. They go to school there.
There are mountains.
See?
The culture
You can literally go to the
big time
beach
difference.
and then drive 30 minutes up to the mountain.
They're telling you about there's nothing to do in Kuwait. It's just hot. There's nothing to do. In fact, they actually can't wait to go home because they're really bored. Anyway, so they don't wear hijabs. They walk around. Yeah, she's viewing it as a brochure, and she's not realizing if it'd be one thing. Listen, honestly, it would be one thing if she went over there to visit as a tourist and didn't know anybody. It'd be much better. Because the fact that she's changing her appearance and her behavior and everything she is, supposedly, taking down videos where 2 million views, he's already in her head. This is respect. This is respect. Wear the hijab when you talk to me on video. This is respect, right? She can't live stream because she gets high, and that's disrespect. So what he's doing is he's already giving me the feeling that he is not into the more progressive, out with tradition, female tradition type of guy. He's not new wave Kuwait. He is old school. And so is his family, I'm sure. But he lives there as a resident. That's the other weird part. He's Syrian. He lives there as a resident. But he can because his country is part of the GCC, which gives him rights. Do you see what I'm saying? He has the right to buy land. He has the right to rent, work, whatever, because he's part of the GCC. She's not. So she will go over there, and she can't, hold on, let me get past this. She can't, this is weird, this is what makes me nervous.
But people are very free.
Right.
They're more conservative in Kuwait.
Yeah,
More
yeah.
conservative.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he said that they're asking questions, and he said, well, people are very free here in Kuwait. They're very free. You know, the girls, you have to cover your shoulders, right, and your knees. So you have to wear pants, and you got to wear anything that will cover your shoulders. You do not have to cover your head anymore. So these kids go to school there. They're not from there. And they're just telling you what it's like to live in Kuwait. And he's saying it's really free.
What do you miss from back home?
Everything.
Really?
Can't wait to go back.
Really?
Yeah.
You going back? Do you go back over the holidays?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you guys. So I actually used to be a teacher here.
Oh, okay. What school?
At BSK.
I think I watched
that's
it.
nice. My cousin
Really?
goes.
Yeah, yeah.
You see my
So they're all students. He used to be a teacher in Kuwait. Teachers are actually really treated well.
Okay.
My cousin used to go there.
Really?
Yeah.
So which school are you guys at?
AIS.
Yeah.
American International
American
School. Yeah.
AIS. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
AIS is American International School. So that would be your sponsor. If you're to go to school in Kuwait or teach in Kuwait, we'll have a different sponsor. So if you're sponsored, you're definitely treated different than if you're going over there to meet somebody that you might possibly marry and live in Kuwait, or he's trying to get to Canada. Who knows?
Good school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better than BSK.
I think so.
Yeah.
Can you tell people 3 things about Kuwait that they might not know? Anything at all?
The people.
The people.
Yep, the people is very nice and.
What, the Kuwaitis or the people?
No,
or just
the
all,
Kuwaitis.
What's the weather like here?
Too hot.
Too hot.
Too hot.
What
For us, it's normal, but for other people
It's
in
hot,
Europe,
yeah.
it's too hot.
I'm pretty hot now.
Yep.
And I'm not even.
Yeah, it's like an average of 140 degrees Fahrenheit in Kuwait. It is very hot. Very, 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 very hot. So anyway, these students just talked about it's really boring. There's nothing to do. There's no social life. There's no nightlife. You can just basically go to the beaches and the parks and the mall. You can't go to a lot of places if you're not a national there. So there's that. There's no history. It's literally a very, very small country, 3 million people. Okay. These are all the things I've learned, people. Okay, so look at this one. This one made me laugh. So this girl in Kuwait, oh my God.
Are you looking for a way to mount?
This is crazy. I gotta admit, that chick is pretty strong to be carrying a lion. That was her pet, and it got loose in Kuwait City. Did you not think that was hysterical? I thought that was hysterical. Okay, now I'm going to go to, I'll show you. Let me turn my camera around so you don't have to stare at everything I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to show you the different visas and why it's important that you know the visas. If she's going on a tourist visa, that's just a 30-day, come check out Kuwait, but she can't get caught with that guy in private. She can meet him at the mall, walk around together. They can't hold hands. No PDA, period. No public displays of affection. She cannot at all be in private with him at his apartment. He can't come to her hotel. No way. And if you're even just accused of having intimate in private because somebody don't like you, it might stick. I mean, she could be in big trouble. I mean, this isn't even a joke. All right, so let me see where I put it. No. Over here. Over here. Oh, my pages. No. Anyway, let me see. Okay. I must have went under the Google search. Oh. That's all right. Okay. Oh, wait. Okay, so the country has its own rules and policies. Okay, so owning of property, because she said she's going to invest in property, which means she's just giving Sola money because she'll never be able to have it in her name. Anyway, expat woman cannot own property in Kuwait. You can only Kuwait nationals. The expats who work or reside in Kuwait has no right to own property in the country. So no matter what, Chantal, you will never own property in Kuwait. Do you see that? All right, so then can you rent or buy property in Kuwait? Expats, that means you're not in the GCC and you're not a national. I hate the cookies thing. If you're planning on renting property in Kuwait, you shouldn't have too much trouble finding the right place. There are options, blah, blah, blah. You'll need a passport in order to sign your lease. If you're living as an expat in Kuwait, you'll have to have a sponsor. Usually arranged by your company or to get your work visa. So that's what I'm saying. There's girls making videos on YouTube. I'm living in Kuwait, I'm teaching, here's my apartment. But they don't tell you that the apartment is not in their name. They are sponsored. So I don't know why he's telling her that she's investing in anything, because she's not. She can't. She can't. Did you know a 3-bedroom villa costs $2,000 to $2,300 a month in US dollars? Did you know a 1-bedroom is $750 to $1,000 a month in US dollars? So why'd you say it's so cheap over there and you could save money? You can't. It's very expensive. And you can't anyway, because you're not a national. You're not a national. They keep their country to themselves. Now, they don't care if you come over there and work and spend your money. Hell no. As long as you're sponsored, they don't care. But if you think you're going to come over there, single white female from Canada, and you're just going to invest in Kuwait property and you're going to date your boyfriend, no, you're not. None of the above. You're just going to sweat your ass off in a hijab that you don't even have to wear. Mostly the national women that are deep into their culture and their men's culture, they're the ones wearing the hijabs. But people are not wearing hijabs over there that are expats. They are not. You are not a national. She said a career change or something like that, like sending him money's a business. Right. Yes, Salah is the only thing you're investing in. A man you've never met and you can't even date. The only men you can date are refugees in your country, because you're allowed to be seen in public. You're allowed to go to their room or their apartment and engage in whatever you want. But you cannot do that in Kuwait. You can't hold hands. No. So I don't know what you're thinking. I don't even know why you would go. That just is, you are so compulsive, you could end up in locked up abroad and nobody's coming to get you. We have a woman that is sitting in their prison for 20 to 25 years for something she didn't even have in her possession, just because they didn't like her lifestyle. And she was on a contract, and she is a retired U.S. military, and we haven't been able to get her back. Yes, Salah is active on Tinder. Yeah, maybe he dropped her already. That would be wonderful. I know she thinks a man's love is her worth and value. No, she is going on 40, and she's just desperate to be in love since the Nader arc and get married. She really was set on marrying Nader, and she can't get this out of her head. It's addictive, cyclical thinking. She will not put the energy into making her life better and becoming mentally healthy, physically healthy, and no, she always projects outward. She doesn't want to look inside and heal whatever upset her at a certain age that literally has her stalled, which I would say age 16. She developmentally delayed, and she's stuck there. And she reacts and acts out just like a 16-year-old, which many of people have noticed. And until you fix that and start, I don't want to be responsible. I just want someone to take care of me. She don't mind making the money and handing it out. She just doesn't want to do the work. And a man in a deep culture like Salah, who's requiring you to wear a hijab when you look at him, that's some scary shit. He's not even up to the Kuwaiti, no. He don't even believe in the women that wander around with their hair and their acrylic nails. No, he's not even interested in a woman like that. He wants a subservient woman. You can tell. You can tell the way she's hiding all her bad behavior. Hopefully she's changing her mind. That's all I'm saying. I just wanted to give her something today to see all sides of what's going on, and maybe she could zero in on maybe she would be in for a world of trouble. Yeah, she could date local men. Absolutely. There's too many men in Canada for her to be looking elsewhere, right? So whatever became of that Natter guy? I don't know. He got his court moved from till December 7th. He got a continuance or whatever they do in Canada. And he has been MIA from YouTube. Maybe his lawyer told him to stay off YouTube until this is all done. I don't know. That would be sound advice since he can't control his anger. And look at him over there in Canada. Women have to be submissive. So there's that. If she stays here, she drives DUI and lures women for Natter. I say goodbye. If she stays here, she drives DUI and lures women. She don't lure women for Natter. She can't stand that shit. She was jealous of Dee Dee coming in his life, and then she got talked into trying to be a part of a haram, and she couldn't do it. She freaked out. So no, she's just not that person. Dee Dee already knows what she's doing. She has been with Middle Eastern men. She knows the role. Foodie Beauty acted a fool. So there's no way she would go over to Kuwait and not act a fool. she's too demanding. You know what I mean? I mean, she goes off on everybody if they don't agree with her, if they ask her questions, if they even question her intentions. She can't have an intelligent conversation. So that's it. 1 minute she says she can't stand a man to tell her what to do, and the next she's allowing them to own her. Yeah, something ain't right. I hope she ain't giving her money away. I have no idea what's going on. Thank you for hiding the bots who got nothing else to do on a Sunday. Jesus is watching you, you naughty bots. And if you don't believe in Jesus, God help you. Oh, if you don't believe in God, may the devil lead you. Silly. Anyway, so Foodie Beauty's really grown a lot as a person this last year. The scale agrees. That's pretty much it. She has grown in her food addiction because she can't deal with her emotions. It's sad. I wish she could get a handle on all of it and do like the most amazing glow up, but she can't. She just hides her bad behavior and she lies. And she's only lying to herself because nobody else cares. It's just a show, Foodie Beauty. Well, thank you, Megan Fox. But, you know, I just want her to see all sides of this. And his actions show he's into old school, how women should behave. And that ain't going to be good for her, especially for her. She couldn't even handle it with Natter, right? Morning, Tangle Bliss. Yeah, she couldn't even handle it with Natter. There's no way she can go to another country. I mean, she'll end up, if she refuses his marriage proposal, she could end up, you know, bleeding out in front of a hospital doors. You think she aids and abets criminals? Really? Then what's Dee Dee doing? She's living with one. But he's facing new charges. Natter is. She'll go to Kuwait when I become Queen of England. Listen, I'm waiting for it. I got this bump. I don't care. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for her to go there and turn that camera on and she's in Kuwait. I'm telling you what, that girl will get more views than anyone, especially when she has a meltdown, hiding somewhere in a park with her camera live. I need help. And we'll just go, ain't that some shit? Just like that. Because we've warned her. She hates reaction channels. Well, actually, she hates FFG. And because FFG may have upset the apple cart. Because maybe the truth is what FFG said. That maybe the owners of this house she's moving into, maybe that's their son and they're trying to get him to Canada. And she got a hell of a deal to do all of this. Ooh, would that be the best? My lipstick is actually a lip stain. See? You wear it all day. 2 days it'll last. This is the NYX at Ulta. NYX. There's a whole display. Pick any color you want. You put it on and you let it dry. And no lippy stick. I only like stains. I don't like lipstick. That's French. It means good journey. There you go. So looking forward to Karma finally giving her what she deserves. Been waiting a long time. Hose water. We can't listen. She's already has her karma. Okay? She hates everything about herself. And if you don't think she does, then you're not paying attention to her actions. She comes off with a false sense of grandiose. She tries to control her entire environment, and she can't. She can't control the people of the internet. So what upsets her is other people react to her and make money off of it. She wants complete control over the YouTube when it comes to herself. But the truth is, we live by free speech. We are able, under the fair use law, to do commentary and criticism on aspects of public entertainment. If you put it out for the public, then you can't control what the public says or does with it. You can't. You can't. Sorry. Sorry, Chantal. So if you don't like it, put everything behind a paywall. But here's the deal. Let's say you put it behind a paywall. Let's say Patreon. And somebody like FFG Girl pays for the Patreon. It is now her content because she paid for it. So she can criticize it. She can put it up in spliced up video form. It's just the way the world works. So if you didn't do bad behavior, nobody would give a shit about you. Actually, if you did good behavior, and you showed your journey going forward, people will react in a positive way. So negative behavior gets negative reactions, and positive behavior gets positive reactions. Look how that works. But she knows that. She got sent away from the house as a teenager because she refused to fix her bad behavior. So here we are, 21 years later, and she still can't rein it in. Well, Bugsy Bugs, I don't know how you got in here without looking at the thumbnail, but we're talking about Foodie Beauty. It's right in the thumbnail. Al, it's right in the title. Miriam says, journal entry 48. Been sober for 48 days. Please send help. That's a good one. So, yes, I hope she knows what she's getting into if she goes over there on a tourist visa, because nobody's going to rescue her, not even Canadian Parliament. They're going to be like, well, you should have done your research before you went, and if you go over there and break Kuwaiti law, you're going to prison. End of. I'm trying to help you, Chantal. So if you think all reaction channels are bad because they're calling out shit that might be a scam, that might be bad, something bad might happen to you, and they're haters. They're just haters. And you don't take our advice. At least I have this video, the I Told You So video, which I will, by the way, retitle. If you're sitting in a Kuwaiti jail under false charges that will stick. This isn't the USA. It's not Canadian Parliament. We have a retired military woman sitting in their prison for 20 to 25 years in Kuwait. Because behind the scenes, they didn't approve of her lesbian relationship. And I love how you and Pete and your social justice warrior shit, you would even go to Kuwait. That's why y'all full of nonsense. You either believe in something or you don't. But don't you dare wag your finger and your overused pinky and index finger and thumb to wave it at us in the United States here when you're about to go do something as stupid as anyone could ever do. Right? And then we'll see how you feel about Kuwait and the Middle East. When you go over there and you can't shut your mouth, you have a tantrum, and you act like a fool in a country that believes, especially this guy, that women do what they're told. which explains the hijab. You're already falling in line. But I can't wait for you to go over there and have a meltdown that will be completely not accepted. I don't know how I got on here either. So I guess it's about a YouTuber called Foodie Beauty. Yeah, there you go, Bugs. Now you can have fun with this because there's about 15 reaction channels to Foodie Beauty. Day 50, my prayers have been answered. The handsome man gave me a pound of shashish, and now I get to stay forever. Yeah, and that shashish is just tobacco. She's an idiot. If she thinks doing 2,000 milligrams a day of THC will keep her calm with shashish. And you know she's already nervous about it because she asked him about it. He knows everything about her, and he is making all these promises. We have a Krispy Kreme here. We got a McDonald's drive-thru. All you got to do is this. Wear the hijab. You won't be able to smoke marijuana, but I got shashish here, which is a hookah full of tobacco. But he told her, it'll calm her. No, it won't. Nothing calms Foodie Beauty. She has to green out to keep her mouth shut. Good luck with that, Salah. I don't think she'll. I don't know. We'll see how much money she gives him to invest in property, which women are not allowed to. Especially people who are not nationals. Only nationals can invest in Kuwait land. And the only reason Salah is considered a national is because he's part of the GCC. So he came from a country that's considered a national country. He is a resident of Kuwait, but he is not a citizen. I gotta see that. Can you be... let's see. We need to know this, or we really know he's just milking her for money. Can a resident of Kuwait purchase land? Yeah. So okay, here we go. Yep. As long as you're a permanent resident in Kuwait with income enough to purchase the property, yes, you can. So he can. Sulak can purchase property. Right. The only resident Foodie Beauty is of the Starbucks and the Burger King. Right. The drive-thru. So anyway, I hope that helps today, Foodie Beauty, because it is Preach It Sunday. So I try to keep it, informational, and possibly you won't be bleeding out in front of a hospital in Kuwait if you just pay attention. No, she's not moving to a real mansion. It's just a big house. It's like a 4-bedroom house or some stupid shit. She can't even keep clean, a 2-bedroom townhouse. So maybe she got people moving in also, like Pete's mom and brother, which I believe is going to happen. I believe Pete's mom and brother are moving in because I think at some point she's going to bug out. And they'll take over paying for it. Because we know Pete's is looking for a job. I think things are lining up because she's under a false hope. I don't know. I don't know, but God help us if we see her in December, like December 1st. Just fire up her camera live in Kuwait. I'll be here for it. Yeah, she is leaving the villa disgusting, yep. Not our problem. Those stew Pete's. Yeah, she's definitely desperate and lonely, and she wants to show Nader that she is Middle East type of woman, right? We know she does that. Like, look, Nader, Didi doesn't... Listen, I'm willing to wear the hijab. Listen, look at this. We know Nader's... Unless Nader gets deported, he's never going back home to Egypt because he can't. Because he didn't join the military. So there's that. So he'll be in trouble. So he's praying to stay in Canada, but he's got new charges in Canada. So he's not able to stop bad behavior either. Because that's just not her. And him and Chantel are a lot alike. Everybody said she's leaving the cats. No. She would never leave the cats in that townhouse. She's taking them. People say stupid shit. They like to get fired up. You know what I mean? It's stupid. But I want to know who left their cats behind at that house. So hopefully we'll get a tour of the house, but she's saying we won't, but you know, give it time. We'll get Pete's to do it while she's in Kuwait. Anyway, please hit the thumbs up on your way out. Please go to my No Madness Reaction channel in the About section and watch the van build. Today, I'm going to repair and cover this disgusting seat. Passenger seat we got for 15 bucks. I did the cleaning, how to clean upholstery, a simple way. Gets out stains, simple. So you can watch that on my van build, but we have lots of videos on the van build, so please go over there and subscribe. I need to get to 1,000 subs over there. I'm at 490 or 488. I need to get to 1,000 subs. I really appreciate it. And a van build is fun to watch because this thing went from disgusting to stunning. All right, guys, love y'all. Have a wonderful Sunday. Go out and do something with somebody you love. Please try to just get outside because winter's coming. It's not going to be good. All right, bye.